So the first one is a six-way forearm. We're hitting the wrist in every single possible angle here. So you're hitting wrist extensions. You're going to go radial and ulnar deviations, pronation, and supination. Now you can use dumbbells. You can also use a baseball bat with a weight on the end of it. But again, just showing with bands here. And you want to get a good amount of resistance here so that it actually is difficult towards the last couple reps there. Then we're going to have a band routine, I, Ys, Ts, and As. You really want to control this from the scaps and make sure that you're not compensating here. So common compensation would be going too heavy and really flaring the rib cage up. You want to make sure that you're feeling this in your scaps and not shooting the head of the shoulder forward. So again, Is, Ys, Ts, and As. Here we get to the scaption raise. The goal here is to work on the serratus. We're trying to reach the scaps out and away from us while keeping the ribs down and really feel that serratus working. Again, you can use dumbbells with this as well. Now we have three-way internal rotation. So we're just trying to control inner, outer, and middle range and really feel the subscap deep in your armpit working and controlling this both directions. Two-way external rotation. Again, you can do all of these with dumbbells as well. We'll show those substitutes in the top right here. But point to really control that ball and socket rotation. Again, no compensations through your rib cage. You should really focus on feeling that shoulder rotating in the socket and feeling that contraction come from the back of the shoulder, from that posterior cuff. Now we have the iso holds. This is protective for the UCL, but again, we're targeting the pronator teres here and the flexor carpi. Here you can kind of tell from the video, but I'm pushing aggressively down into the dowel, PVC pipe, baseball bat, whatever you've got. So we're really trying to activate here as opposed to just stretching. So you're going to the end range and then you're pushing down into your other hand with the baseball bat. Here we have a thumbless farmer's carry. You can see really just a regular farmer's walk, but we're taking the thumb out of it, which puts the dumbbells further out into your fingertips, which again is going to bias your forearm in a little bit different way. You can progress that with fingertip bar hangs. Here we have a push-up lockout hold. So the point here is to really push the ground away from you, push your scaps apart from each other, drive through the ground, and as you breathe, as you hold this position, you're trying to exhale the rib cage further and further away from the ground. And then on the inhales, you're trying to inhale that air through your upper back. This can be progressed to bear crawls or a bear crawl exploration shown above. Now we have three-way shoulder oscillations. You can use a shoulder tube. A shoulder sphere is actually one of my favorites. You can also use a body blade. The point here is stability. So you're getting all the muscles around the shoulder to contract together, called co-contraction. You can also use a partner for this if you don't have any of those pieces of equipment. Play around with the exact angles here. You can kind of play around and make sure that you're challenging the shoulder from all different angles in these three different positions. And then finally, we have bottoms up kettlebell waiter walks. Again, another one that's targeting the serratus. You want to make sure that you keep the elbows at or just above 90 degrees and don't go excessively heavy on this to where you feel your delts or the top of your shoulders take over. You want to feel like your serratus is really doing the work and like the challenge is the stability portion versus just going super, super heavy. You can progress this by adding a band, adding a plate, and that plate is going to wobble around and make the stability demand even more. So again, this is one for learning to coordinate and fire everything properly at the right time to enhance that stability of your shoulder. Give this entire routine a try. Again, plenty of progressions and variations to play around with. Ask your coach if you have any questions.